Well, I mean, I'm one step ahead of you. Mine looks like a corn maze.
Welcome to Lil Mama's Corner. Healthy tips for good living.
So stupid. Hello.
Hello?
Welcome to Lil Mama's Corner. Healthy tips for good living.
Welcome to Lil Mama's Corner. This is where you get healthy tips for good living. Bender, are you ready for your first tip?
I am so ready. I've been waiting for this since the end of yesterday's program
Excellent.
when you did the jingle for us.
Welcome to Lil
right.
Mama's Corner. Healthy tips for good living.
Well, you actually are going to get healthy tips for good living. Like, first of all, if you're having a hard time sleeping, you need to start using the 10-3-2-1 method.
Okay,
You
because
know what
I
the-
have trouble sleeping, so this is good. Okay.
Yes, these are all going to be healthy tips for good living. 10 hours before bed, stop drinking coffee or caffeinated drinks.
All right, hold on a second. So
All right.
10 hours.
It's 10-3-2-1.
All right, so 10,
10 hours before, no more coffee and
okay,
caffeine.
Hold on a second.
Mhm.
10
hours
hours?
before. hmm
You understand what that means?
It means just use the caffeine and the beverages when you need them, not casually throughout the day.
That means
Uh-huh.
that for me to go to bed at like 9 o'clock, which is what I do,
hmm
that means I can't have a Coke past 11 o'clock.
Why don't you have a caffeine-free Coke?
Ew.
Really tastes
Well, hold on. Do they even still sell that? Do they
For
even-
people like you who might enjoy it.
I don't know if I've seen a caffeine-free Coke in decades.
All right, well, you can work it out.
Okay.
10 hours before
10
bed, stop
hours.
drinking caffeinated beverages.
Got it.
3 hours before bed, stop eating. 2 hours before bed, stop drinking water. 1 hour before bedtime, put down all your screens. That is how you go to sleep. 10-3-2-1.
That's insane.
Well, it's not for everyone, but if you want to sleep, that's what you do.
No water 2 hours beforehand?
Because then you won't have to make a tinkle. You won't have to get up and make a tinkle.
Okay, but
As
you
you
can
do.
but you can go to the bathroom just before you go to bed.
Look, you can wear your astronaut diapers or do whatever you need to do, but if you don't need to tinkle during
Okay.
your sleep, then you won't have to
wow,
get up.
that's fascinating.
Right, here is your next healthy tip for good living.
Yes.
Do you like fluffy scrambled eggs? Sure
I
you
do. Yes.
Everybody does.
Yes.
Here's a tip for if you want fluffy scrambled eggs, try adding a little seltzer water to the mix. It doesn't take much, just 1 teaspoon for every 2 eggs you're making. The carbonation in the seltzer water gives the eggs that fluffy lift that we're all seeking. Hey, Bender, here in Little Mama's Corner, you know we're very concerned about hydration.
Sure.
Welcome to Lil Mama's Corner. Healthy tips for good living.
This one we can do together.
This is hydration,
Mhm.
okay?
You know, there's a couple different ways to tell if you're hydrated, right? The first is you take a look at your urine, and if it's dark yellow, you've got problems. You want it as clear as can be, right?
Okay.
But another way, without involving urine,
Sure.
that you can test and see if you're dehydrated is with a quick skin pinch. You want to pinch skin with me? Simply squeeze the skin on one of your finger knuckles for 3 seconds, then let go. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
If you're well hydrated, the skin will return to its original position in a couple of seconds. Oh, your skin's still up. Look at you. That's so sad. He's like a wax figure. Oh, no. That's a major problem.
But I drink water all day.
Simply squeeze the skin on one of your finger knuckles for 3 seconds, then let go. If you're well hydrated, the skin should return to its original position in a couple seconds. But if you're dehydrated, the skin loses its elasticity
Oh, no.
and will stay in a pinched position.
Okay.
You drink water, but you know what's in your water?
Spark.
Drugs.
And all my energy stuff.
And the final story.
And there's water and Coke, so I'm good.
Right, I'm sure.
And
Yeah.
even if you're dehydrated, you can't have any water 2 hours before bed.
I don't think the makers of Coke are going for the hydration people. Like,
Okay.
I don't think to myself, oh, I just ran a mile. I can't wait to have an ice cold Coke. I know you do.
Sure.
Finally, in Little Mama's Corner, healthy tips.
Welcome to Lil Mama's
Good
Corner.
living.
Healthy tips for
Yeah.
good living.
Are you interested in learning how to appropriately shape learning how to appropriately trim your down below hair into cool shapes? Because if you are, I've got the hack for you. Right? It's not so much a hack, but it's just like the way to do it. You'll want to make a sturdy waterproof stencil if you want like a lightning bolt or a heart or something. You make the stencil in the design you're trying to achieve. You put unscented thick lotion or cream on the underside of the stencil and place it directly on your body where you want the design in your pubis region. Then you hold the stencil down firmly, or if you have a friend who can help you with this, they can hold it down firmly. And you trim the outside of the stencil down to 1/4 of an inch. What are you working with, people? Using hair clippers with a guard attachment. And then take a bath, and then you're good to go. Did you want that information?
Well, I mean, I'm one step ahead of you. Mine looks like a corn maze.
Oh my God, that sounds dangerous, but also great for the fall.